Haunting radio warning. I found the old radio in a dusty corner of my attic, a relic from my grandfather's time. It crackled to life unexpectedly one night, its dials turning on their own. What caught my attention wasn't the eerie glow of the tubes or the static that filled the air. It was the voice, a familiar, yet unsettlingly distant version of my own, whispering from the speaker. "Listen closely," it said, "the night you don't survive is approaching." I shrugged it off as a strange coincidence, a misfiring of old electronics, but something about the tone chilled me to the bone. The radio persisted, each night broadcasting snippets of news from a world that wasn't quite mine. The reports were mundane at first, small events that never seemed to happen. But then, it predicted a storm, one that hit my town with eerie precision. I couldn't shake the feeling that the radio wasn't just a quirky artifact. It was a harbinger, a messenger from a future I wasn't ready to confront. The voice returned, more insistent, describing a night filled with shadows and an ominous silence that would swallow my existence. I tried to ignore it, focusing on my daily life, but each time I climbed the attic stairs, the radio's warnings grew more vivid. It began describing my home, my street, and a figure waiting just beyond my doorstep. I started to recognize the voice as my own, yet it felt alien, as if the future self was desperately trying to prevent a tragedy. Doubt gnawed at my sanity. Was this a cruel prank, a delusion, or something far more sinister? The more I listened, the more I feared the night it predicted. The climax arrived on a storm-laden night, much like one the radio had foretold. I found myself drawn to the attic, compelled by a force I couldn't resist. The radio's glow filled the room, casting long shadows that danced ominously on the walls. The voice was frantic now, urging me to flee. But as lightning flashed, illuminating the attic, I saw a silhouette in the corner, a shadow that didn't belong to me. The radio fell silent, but the message was clear. The night had come, and as the figure stepped forward, I realized it was me, but twisted and unrecognizable, a reflection of my own fear.